All right, we're live in 3, 2, 1. Here we are. Carter Reich. This is my second episode with you, my man. How's it going?
It's going good. I mean, I'm tired. My sleep schedule's a little bit off, and I got my knees injured right now. It's been hurting me, but everything's going
took
good.
a nasty fall in basketball the other day.
Got dropped, yeah.
Yeah, you did.
But
you didn't get dropped. You tripped, so that's fair.
I didn't trip. He tripped me. But okay.
You tripped on his feet.
Okay, but it's been going good. School's going good. I mean, I feel like I've relaxed a little bit off of it, but
yeah,
I think I'm doing well.
We're in the zone tonight, man. We're in the zone, my man. It's 11:20. We're gonna go as long as we want. So you brought up school, and that's a huge thing that's been going on recently is school, and the way it's been handled through the whole COVID situation, and how students are handling it versus teachers and administrators and parents. So specifically, like, just explain to me, from your perspective, the whole experience, what you think could be done better, and what you think, should stay the same, or what they can improve upon. Really anything. Just give me your whole perspective on the virtual school, going back into school, and what that's like, and really the ins and outs of what your education has looked like and changed, throughout your school tenure, and specifically throughout the past year, with all the coronavirus shit.
Okay, so school, going back in this year, I've liked it, to be honest. I feel like I'm able to focus better at school than online class, because online class, I feel like the teachers sometimes they don't do a good job engaging all the students, especially if there's some people on campus and then some virtual. I feel like they don't do a good job engaging everyone. So I feel like they could improve on that by just talking to the virtual class more and try to explain things more thoroughly. Because if your mic's in now when you're explaining the things to the class, you're not always gonna get that. But over the past year, I think they've done the best job that they can, or they think that they can, if you know what I mean. But for everyone as a general standpoint, I feel like it can affect everyone in different ways. It's how they perform. I feel like not just cheating, it's a lot easier to cheat, which is a big deal for some teachers. But then I feel like they gotta do a better job with that, because I know some people have cheated. They've told me that they've cheated and they show me their stuff. But I feel like they gotta do a better job at that. That's how I feel about it, though.
Yeah, well, engagement is a huge thing, especially today, where it's like if you're staring at a screen the whole time, how are you supposed to stay engaged? Because it's the internet, man. You've got everything out there for you, and you're in your own house. So if you're hungry, you can just go get a snack, and there's no engagement, physically in the classroom, and it's really hard to stay engaged.
Mm. Oh, another thing. Communication. I feel like they don't always do the greatest job of communicating with their students. And communication is everything, because if you're not good at communicating for anything, that can mess everything up.
Yeah, well, not only in school, but communication is key in friendships, romantic relationships between any sort of thing, right? Communication is key, because if me and you are having a disagreement, right?
Yep.
We got to communicate about it, which we've done hundreds of times before. When something happens and it's like, man, screw you, and you're like, screw you, and I'm like, well, what was that all about, right? And we talk it out, and communication is key. Where if you're having an argument with a friend and something's going on, and you're trying to figure out where each person's coming from, the other person's perspective, communication is key. Because if you don't communicate and say, this is how I'm feeling, they're not going to know how you're feeling, and quite honestly, they might not care unless you bring it up, right? So it's such a big thing to be able to communicate with people in a positive way, because you can communicate and be like, I'm angry and I want to punch you, but if you harness that anger into a positive way, right, into a com, communicative way. I think that's the word. Can you look that up real quick?
Yeah.
Communicative, COMMUNATIV. Communicative. I think it's a word. That's how I have it in my brain. But that's a really big thing. And in school specifically, which you're talking about now, between students and teachers, if I'm sending you an email, the language that you use over email versus over Zoom versus over, in person, face to face, is huge. And now when kids are going back to school wearing masks and shit, the communication between people is so much different. I can hear 75% of the shit my friends, my teachers, say, because they got this thing over their mouth. It's talking like this, man. It's talking like this.
Yeah.
Audience, comment down below how different my voice sounds. I'm wearing a mask right now. How difficult is it to hear me? How distorted is my voice right now? And Carter, you can tell me. But it's much different than when I take the mask off and you can hear me clearly and we're all good and communicating.
Another thing, you can somewhat, but you cannot really always read emotions. Like, if you're, like, being serious and everything, someone could be, like, laughing or smiling, or you have no idea half the time what they're feeling, and feelings are shown through facial features, and you can't see facial features with half your face covered. So
hell yeah, if I could only see your eyes and your forehead, what the fuck am I talking to, man? Honestly, who the hell are you, right? Because if I can't read your lips and even your nose and all that, if I can't read your facial expression, how am I supposed to know? You can tell if somebody's angry or upset or something, but you can't really tell, like a teacher, if somebody's not understanding what you're trying to teach them, you can't tell by the confusion on their face, because the confusion on their face is going to show in their eyes and their forehead, right? Their mouth, their whole face gives you the whole picture, which is why I think going back to school and wearing masks is super tough. It's not a real social environment at all, because kids can't hear each other, they can't see each other's faces. It's stupid, man.
Yeah, I completely agree. I feel like it's not very... The way that they do it, I feel like it's not good. But it's, according to some, it has to be done because of this pandemic, according to some. I'm not going to say pandemic because not everyone agrees that's a pandemic, because some people feel... Actually, no, I'm going to call it a pandemic because it's been called a pandemic by the CDC, which is government.
Right.
Government
It's been classified as a pandemic. Yeah.
But everyone has their own feelings on it. But I do take it seriously somewhat, but I feel like sometimes it's...
You should always take your health seriously.
Yeah, I should take it seriously, and I know that I'm at less risk. I mean, I'm 14. I know that I'm at less risk, but, like...
Here's the thing. The coronavirus has a 99% survival rate. You know what life has?
What's that?
Life as we know it right now has a 0% survival rate. You know why? Because everybody dies in the end, right? So if you're going around worried about a virus that has killed less people than tuberculosis has yearly, and the same amount of people have died this year as every other year in history, the number has been adjusted for inflation, then you're living your life in fear of something that has virtually no chance of eliminating you from the earth.
I looked it up. It's down to 98% now. But still, that's
it's
not much
down
of a
to 98%.
Yeah, it's
My
not
point
much of a
is,
difference.
Everybody dies, at least at some point. And if you're meant to go from the coronavirus, if you're meant to go from a car crash, if you're meant to just evaporate in thin air and boom, you're gone, that's what you're meant to do. So don't live your life in fear. Live your life without fear, right? And have limits, right? And don't do some stupid shit and jump off, go bungee jumping without the bungee cord,
Well,
you know?
I believe that everything happens for a reason, including death.
Without a doubt. You're meant to go when you're meant to go.
Yeah, you're meant to do something. You're meant to win the lottery because of what reason? Well, that will probably be shown later down the road, whether it be a health crisis or something like that.
Right.
Which I couldn't tell you why, people get injured and then you can't really see the good in that. But
right.
I guarantee that there has to be some good in it. Because, some people come back stronger from an injury, to be honest.
In the Bible, it says God works all things for good. Whether you believe in God or Buddha or, whatever religion you associate with, the higher power, Christianity said it best, God works all things for good. The higher power, something in the universe that is undoubtedly has some influence, works all things for good. And people could say that's karma. When you balance your karma, this happens, and then that happens, and this happens, and then that happens. And people could say that God is doing it. People could say that Buddha is doing it, or any number of things that you can come up with. But the Bible said it best. God works all things for good. So it will eventually all come back to you.
Yeah, definitely. I think that, yeah, even if you cannot see it, it's not, completely oblivious. It's not, oblivious to the eye. I don't know if I'm using that word right, but it can be seen to other... Even if you're not seeing it, other people can see it.
Yeah. And you might not know... It might not come to you. Nobody's going to deliver a letter to your door or tell you, this is why this happened, this is what's going to happen following this sequence of events. Nobody's going to just hand deliver you a message and a reason and tell you why it happened. It's going to happen. You're not even going to know it. You don't know why you had a brain tumor. I don't know if you know. I'm speaking for you. But if you didn't know why you had a brain tumor, right? Yeah. You were like, man, what the hell is this? Why do I have a brain tumor? And you just live your life miserable because all these bad things are happening and you don't search for any purpose or reason or sign. Then you're just living to live and to be miserable, wondering why all these terrible things are happening.
Yeah. For me, it felt like for the longest time that, everything was, bad. It felt like everything was against me, right? Because I had my brain tumor when I was 8. I got through that, right? I don't know, 8 months to a year or something like that. That was over. And I still go back every 6 months for a checkup, or so they can do an MRI and everything. That takes a couple hours. And then, after my brain tumor... My parents get divorced. That's terrible. I have trauma from that. I don't know. It was something to do with my sister. But yeah, I have trauma with that. And then that's just going on from year to year. And then after that, let's say, then I go to in 7th grade. Let's see, how old have I been? 11, 12? Maybe 10?
If you were 8 in 2nd grade, then 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, then you would have been
I think 12.
12 in 3rd grade? No. Or what grade are you saying?
7th grade.
7th grade, so that means you could have been 11. Or 12. 12, I think 12 is pushing it. It would probably be 11.
It would probably be 11 because my birthday's at the end of the summer.
Yeah.
So it was either 11 or an early 12, I think. But,
in 7th grade...
Okay, let's get off the
I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. Can you hold my mic real quick? I'm going to get my computer triggered.
Yeah.
I'm still listening.
No, yeah, I just looked it up. It said 12 to 13. But, that 7th grade year... because I went to public school for the first time. That was not that great. I made friends. I still talk to them today. I posted something on my Instagram story, and, I had, a few of them hit me up. And I was like, wow, I haven't talked to them for a while, and this isn't even something that's that big. But So that happened, but I didn't really like that year. It was weird. And, like, the teachers, they didn't know how to control class. It was just a bunch of freshmen out of college, or a lot of them were. Not all of them, but a lot of them were.
That's another thing to talk about. Your experience at public school and how crazy and different it was.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
Okay, so that was kind of like the first day I came home. Literally for the whole first quarter, like, no one talked to me. Because, like, back then I was not confident at all. Like, no one came to me and talked. I didn't go to them and talk. But eventually, me and her don't talk a lot anymore, but I used to talk with her a lot. Her name's Jasmine. I don't remember exactly how that started, but me and her were best friends back then. We talked a lot. I don't remember how we started talking. And then she introduced me to this kid named Alan that I was talking to the other day. Or not the other day, a couple weeks ago. But he said he wanted to hang out sometime, so I was like, alright, bet. And then I made some other friends and stuff. And I've had people hit me up, like I said. But public school, it was just, I don't know, dude. I feel like I was at a bad mental state back then. Because now that I'm looking back at it, it's kind of like, I feel like it's not as bad as it seemed to me back then. Like, now it doesn't seem as bad. But, back then, it was really bad. Like, sometimes I felt like crying for whatever reason. I couldn't tell you why, really.
It's okay to be sad sometimes and tired as shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not. I don't know why I felt it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's...
But let's go back on track to my timeline.
Yeah, let's go.
After 7th grade, like, or even 7th grade year, in 7th grade year...
It's still going, I think. Yeah, it's still going.
Okay.
I don't know what's going.
In 7th grade year, I broke 7 fingers in the span of 7 months. That was terrible. And I tore something in my foot. And it was, like, really bad, and I couldn't walk, so I was in a wheelchair. It was really bad. Like, I had so many injuries that year, and then 8th grade and 9th, and even this year, 7th and 8th grade were pretty bad for injuries, but even this year, these injuries, like my ankles, always bothering me, because I don't know why. I need to get, like, ankle weights or something. So that was my timeline. Since 8th grade to now, it hasn't, the past 6 years have not been the greatest. But I know that I need to make the best of it, because I need to make the best of it, because if I'm not making the best of it, what am I doing? I'm not trying, and what does not trying get you? It makes you upset and not happy. Just like in relationships, if you're not trying, then no one's going to want to be around you, and it's not going to work out, and you're going to be like, what happened? Well, you weren't trying, so that's what happened. So that's why I try not to get down on myself too much, because I know that I need to keep going, and even if I mess up or if I do something wrong, I need to make the best of it. And yeah.
Yeah, you've sustained a lot of injuries and trauma over your 14 years on this earth. I've seen you grow a lot. And that's something to be said for everybody is don't give up, man. If you break all your fingers, you have a brain tumor, your ankles are constantly hurting you, you've got trauma from family issues happening your entire life.
Wonder who that could be.
Don't give up, man. Don't give up. And that's not even from me. That's straight from Carter, because I watch him every day and he doesn't give up.
And also, like, it's another thing. I can, like, read people's emotions. I was talking to you about this, like, a couple weeks ago. Like, if I'm around them, I can, like, feel, like, the emotions that they're giving off.
Yeah.
And that's, like, hard. Because, like, if I'm controlling my own emotions, and I'm, like, also feeling these other people's emotions, it's hard. That's why I'm not, like, the biggest, touchy-feely person. Because, like, it kind of like simulates it. Like I can feel it. Well, feeling it's one thing, but like simulating their emotions, even if it's good, it's still like it kind of shakes you up, and you're like, "What? That's really weird," and I don't know how that even is possible. But like,
You're not the most touchy-feely person unless we're wrestling. And let me tell you guys, when Carter and I are wrestling, he just grabs. He'll grab at your nose, at your ears, at any skin or limb or anything that he can find. He just grabs that. I've had marks over my body because he just grabs. He doesn't even wrestle. He just jumps on top of you and grabs and claws at you.
let me defend myself.
Even though I beat you today.
I gotta play to my advantages, dude. I'm like, I weigh more and I'm taller, but like you're like, you know how to use your body better.
Oh yeah, I'm a freak of nature. Better believe it.
Okay, but like, I don't know, dude. We were talking to Gates the other night, and he brought up a good point. I'd be the person to show up with a bat to a wrestling match and just start going ham.
Oh yeah,
that is something that I would definitely do because I play to win, dude.
You wouldn't even care. You'd show up to like a wrestling thing, and you'd bring a bat, and the ref would be like, "Son, you can't use that."
Yeah, and I'd hit him on the head, and then I'd just start going ham on everyone.
Take the bat and hit him over the face, and blood spewing everywhere, and you hit this guy, and suddenly all hell breaks loose. That would be you.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep, that's me. I fit that description, dude.
That's your comparison, is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
The trash talk too. Your trash talk is so like out of this world.
Dude,
you know how to piss people off.
I know I do.
I can't tell you how many times you've gotten under my skin.
I know.
It's like when Stone Cold would be in the ring and somebody would say something and he'd be like, "What?" And he could hear him, but he'd say, "What? What? What?" And he just keeps saying, "What?"
Is that the wind?
Yeah,
to
annoy them.
I just
and
know
you do
how
that
to get
type
under
of shit,
people's skin.
and it gets on my nerves, and we end up wrestling over it.
Bro, but like when I really want to wrestle, you know how good I can be when I really want to wrestle. Like you'll have me in some crazy lock, and I'll just get out like it's nothing. I'll just start throwing my body.
I go to this modified like full Nelson thing. I wrap my legs around him and put him in the full Nelson, and I've had him before, but he'll just find a way out of it. He's crazy. I think you would be legitimately good at wrestling. You remind me a lot of kind of like Daniel Bryan, but less tactical, less tactical than him.
Let me be real here. I would shit on everyone, okay?
Yeah, and for everybody who doesn't know who Daniel Bryan is, he's another wrestler, another WWE guy. I'm a pretty big WWE fan. Shout out to Ben, again, for getting me into WWE in elementary school. I'm still into it.
Love Ben.
Yeah. Ben's the man, honestly.
Ben is the man.
Getting back to it, you were talking about being an empath. I think that's how you pronounce it, and how you can feel the emotions of people around you.
Yeah. I mean,
what's that like? Because I sort of have the same thing going on, but everybody experiences it differently. What's that like?
It's just like, I like talking about it. Like I don't like people like asking me, "Oh, well, what am I feeling?" It's just that question bothers me. It's kind of like, "Oh, what are you feeling?" Well, you know what you're feeling. Are you trying to test me? Like, what are you trying to get out? Like, I don't like being tested like that. You know what I mean? That's why, like, I just choose not to answer that question of what are you feeling, because it's kind of like, no, you know what you're feeling. You can feel your own emotions. So, for me though, what it feels like, I mean, if you're feeling happy, like, I get like a, kind of like a burst of happiness in a way. Like, it depends.
Dopamine, that's what it is.
Yeah, it depends. Like, even, like, adrenaline. Like, I can get, like, an adrenaline rush. It depends. Like, what was I gonna say? Like, I don't know what it depends on, because I feel like there's different types of happies, in a way.
Yeah.
So, it depends on, like, how happy they are, because, like, sometimes I can get, like, a good feeling in, like, my gut, kinda, my, like, subconscious, where, like, I can just, like, genuinely...
The gut-brain connection.
or I can
Let
like,
me look this up. Let me have this.
or I can genuinely just like feel good, like be happy and like smile and everything like that. So or like if they're sad, like man, I'm already sad enough sometimes. So like that. That's why it can be a gift and it cannot be. But I've learned to like deal with it more. Of like if they're sad or if they're happy. I think it's empathetic or
Yeah, an empath.
empath.
The gut-brain connection. Your gut and brain are connected physically through millions of nerves, most importantly, the vagus nerve. The gut and its microbes also control inflammation and make many different compounds that can affect brain health.
Okay.
That's the gut-brain connection. And then an empath
Yep.
is...
That's supposed to be kind of cool though. All right, what's an empath?
Empaths are highly sensitive individuals who have a keen ability to sense what people around them are thinking and feeling. Psychologists may use the term empath to describe a person that experiences a great deal of empathy, often to the point of taking on the pain of others at their own expense. And I know that I, for one, am definitely an empath.
I am. Yeah,
I think you are too. I know
feel,
several people who are empaths.
Yeah.
And you kind of attract those people.
Yeah, I can definitely feel what other people are feeling half the time and like take on that pain. Like even if someone's just like talking and they're like, and they're just talking about like how their day was or like if their parents are being mean to them or they feel that they're being mean for them, I should say. Because I mean, parents have a good reason for doing what they do most of the time. But if they're feeling a certain way about a certain situation because people are talking a certain way, if someone's just being mean to them, or even if it's like a tragic event, like a death, like a passing of someone, like I can like feel other people's pain. And it doesn't last that long unless they continue to talk about it or they come back on it. But it's still enough to the point where it's kind of like as if I had someone pass, kind of like that. But it doesn't last long. It's not like, I forget like the stages of grief, but it's not like that.
The 5 stages of grief.
Or whatever. Shout out to Miss Calhera teaching me about the stages of grief.
If you're watching this, and I highly suggest that you do, shout out.
Yes.
Can you give me a glass of water, by the way?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. Got my water table over there. Now let me go on my water tangent here. I drink water that does not have fluoride in it because fluoride calcifies your pineal gland, aka your third eye, and it puts you in a docile state. It's an attack on your endocrine system, which is basically your hormones. And so I drink water that does not have fluoride in it, and also no tap water because tap water has a shit ton of chemicals in it. Chemicals, the likes of atrazine, which switches the gender of frogs, fluoride, which I just talked about, mercury, lead, and shit ton of other stuff. So, yeah, that's a no for me, dog. I'll do water that doesn't have any chemicals or any of that in it because I want my pineal gland and my third eye open AF. Alright, take it away, Carter.
Let me talk my shit here.
Alright, talk your shit, man. We're here
shit.
shooting the shit. Let's shoot the shit. Let's go.
Yep, okay. So, what I do, sometimes I don't eat healthy. Sometimes I do. It's kind of like how I'm feeling. It's a mood thing. I don't like stress eat though, but like, I try to.
Stress eating.
I don't know. I don't do that. I try not to stress too much. But
I stress clean. When I'm stressed, I'll just clean the shit. There is not a single thing in my room that is not perfectly in order with the universe. When I'm stressed or anxious, man, I fly off the friggin' handle. There's not a spot in my room that's not vacuumed or in order. Not a speck of dust.
Alright, hold on. Let me talk. I try to, like, when I'm eating, no matter what it is, if it has high fructose corn syrup, even cane sugar, or acids like citric acid, that's not always bad for you, but like acids and other stuff, I try to give my body enough time to like recover it from the bad stuff that I'm putting in it. Even some quote unquote good foods.
Well, let me interrupt you real quick.
Okay.
your body never fully recovers from those things because
Yes, I understand.
The remnants stay in your body. You have to do a complete detox to get that shit out of your system, man.
Yeah, I know. But, like, I don't have the time for that.
I don't want to hear. No, man. I don't want to hear those excuses because you know how many times I'm talking to people and they're like, "I don't have the time. I don't have this. I don't have that." Make it.
No,
Make
I'm
the
messing.
time. The
I'm
time
messing,
that you
but, like-
spend. How much? Okay, all right. Here's a question. How much time do you think you waste a day? Honest answer.
Waste?
Yeah. How much time?
Depends on where I'm at. Like, what I'm...
Just on average, how much time do you think you waste a day?
So you're saying that I'm up, like, at least 14 hours a day normally? Right? Yeah, at least 14 hours a day. I would say at least 4 hours.
You waste 4 hours, okay.
At least.
So that's 4 hours a day. How many days are in a week? 7? What's 7 times 4?
28.
28. That's 28 hours a week you're wasting. How many days are in a typical month?
30. 29.
What's 28 times 30?
28 times 30 is,
You're good at math. I'm not. You're good at mental math. I'm not. 28 times 30.
If I had all the time in the world, but no, I'm on a podcast right now, I'd tell you. Hold on, let me think. Continue to talk, I'll answer you in a minute.
I'm gonna do some real math here.
No,
Arithmetic.
It's
look it up. You got the computer in front of you.
It's 840, at least that's what my mind's telling me.
28 times 30?
Yeah, that's what my mind's telling me. 28 times 30, I'm looking up right now. It's 840, yeah.
840. What is 840 times 12?
840 times 12
there's 12 months in a year.
Is... Hold on.
12 months in a year, that's where I'm getting the 12 from.
840 times 12. Oh, that's easy. It's 10,080.
Alright. 10,080. Search up how many days is 10,080 hours?
How many days is 10,080 hours? Okay, let's see what it has. 420 days.
If I did the calculations right, I'm not sure if I did. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's over a year that you waste.
Yeah.
And I think I did the calculations wrong. It's not supposed to be that much. But if the point is, regardless, even if that math is wrong, and I did the equations the wrong way. If you're wasting 4 hours a day, if you can reduce that to 3, think how much time you get back. You get back an hour a day. Think what you can do in an hour. If this podcast is going to go around an hour, probably a little more.
Yeah.
This is a productive thing we're doing. Mm. Think how much you can do in an hour. Shit, time flies by, man. It really does.
Okay, but back to my food.
The point is, if you're telling me you don't have enough time, what about the 4 hours you just told me that you waste a day?
Well, I mean...
What about that?
Right.
If you waste 4 hours a day, right?
Yep.
Think how much time you're saying, well, I don't have time. Well, you got 4 hours a day that you're wasting. So put that 4 hours to make a diet plan and to make a schedule, like a sleep schedule or something.
Okay, hold on. I'm talking to the viewers right now. This isn't my podcast, but I don't need Colin's permission for this. I want all the viewers, whoever's viewing this, to write down in the comments what your best guess is of how many hours you waste a day. Because I guarantee it's a decent amount of time. Because, I mean, even just being on your phone. Do you really need Instagram? No. Do you really need Snapchat? No.
Well,
do you really need Twitter?
Well, here's
for some people though,
growing your business is important.
Yes.
And a lot of people, especially teenagers these days, communicate through Snapchat. I got people I texted 2 months ago that still didn't respond. I text them on Snapchat, and they answer within 2 minutes. It's like, bro, I texted you 2 months ago. You ain't respond to that, but I'll text you on Snapchat.
But do you really need friends, Colin?
No, it makes it a hell of a lot easier, man.
Friends are an important aspect of life, okay? Even if you just need someone like to vent to or something like that, they're an important aspect of life. They're for me, at least for me, they're a necessity. Because I don't know what I'd be doing if I didn't have friends. I mean, like, even if it's like I play video games, even if it's just like online friends. You know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna be doing?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you need some sort of human interaction. So, anyways, what were we talking about before?
Back to my food thing, okay? You
Your
didn't.
food. Well, okay. Well, I don't want. Hey, talking to the viewers to clarify what Carter's saying. You can do that if you want, but I don't want anybody to feel pressured to, you know,
Oh yeah, no.
to say anything too personal or say this or that. You know, if you're like, man, I really don't feel comfortable sharing that because I'm ashamed of myself, or I just don't feel like sharing my personal life with, Colin.
Yeah.
That's completely fine. I don't want you to feel pressure to do it. So, I think Carter, and correct me if I'm wrong, Carter, but you just want to get like a good sense of like.
I want to see how people what they think.
Right. What they think, what their perspective is, so you can measure it to yours and say, that's interesting, right? Just kind of this is a community here, right? We're on our own little journey together, so just kind of sharing, our lives with each other. But share as much or as little as you want.
Yeah.
Back to your food thing now.
So I understand that you need a whole detoxation or whatever, but I try to give myself as much time as I can, even if it's only cleaning it out or whatever, halfway. Because that's still gonna benefit me more than like just eating bad stuff every single day, all the time, 24/7. So I try to do that as best I can. So that's what I try to do. I mean, there's like some people that always eat healthy, which is it's fine in some respects, but it's not like it's not fine for your body. You may think it's fine.
What, eating healthy all the time?
No, eating unhealthy.
Oh,
but I mean, everyone's gonna find their way.
Yeah, eventually. If it's this lifetime or the next, you'll find your way. And that's something for me. I don't have cheat days. A cheat day for me is eating ice cream that has 10 ingredients and is 100% organic and has no additives or pesticides or preservatives or GMOs or any of that shit. So, a cheat day for me is like organic strawberries and organic cane sugar, like just real sweet but organic, really healthy stuff. So it's like you can't be perfect, but you can be damn near perfect if you're eating all organic, no GMOs. If you're not eating goldfish and Cheez-Its and potato chips and McDonald's and all that all day, you're pretty much golden. But there's a lot going on that you're putting in your body that you don't know, that you don't understand the effects and long-term effects that it can have that you don't even feel. Your mood, the way you sleep, the way you talk and walk and go about your daily life can change drastically.
Well, yeah, I mean, you look at the amount of people that suffer from depression and stuff every year. Food can change moods a whole lot.
Yeah, because if I'm constantly in a state of depression, but I'm constantly eating McDonald's and all this shit all the time, of course you're gonna feel like crap, man. Of course you are, because you're putting crap in your body. Shout out to Ben again. I think your dad said this. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. You eat stupid food, you're gonna feel stupid. Like the food dumbs you down, right? It will dumb you down. I ate Five Guys the other night and all the grease and shit. It made me feel so dumb. I couldn't it gave me a headache. And Five Guys is good, man. Five Guys is good, and I eat it rarely on occasion. That's a cheat day for me is Five Guys. But other than that, it's like you just feel terrible. You got the shits, man.
I mean, let's be real here. Everyone's body processes things different, whether it be from food to emotions. So, everyone's going to react different to different things. That's why there's allergies and allergies to different things, and not everyone's allergic to pollen. Or, I mean, even just food. So, it's kind of like some people don't, need as long for their bodies to, fully process things and for effects to start happening to them. So you just gotta be careful because like you don't know how you're gonna react to some food. I mean, just randomly, 3 months, no, like 8 months ago, I had soy milk, and my lips just started puffing up, and like my throat, like it was hard to breathe and stuff, and I was like, what the hell? And I was over at mom's house, and she was like, I think it's an allergic reaction, and we'll have to get you tested because I was already getting like tested eventually for stuff, like just for allergies and like to see what I was most allergic to and everything. So I did that, and I mean, even like accidentally, like if I'm making a smoothie for myself, like I accidentally put soy milk in or something, like I have a bad reaction, and within 2 minutes I can feel it, and it's there for, I mean, it could be 15 minutes, could be 5 hours. I mean, I bought some drink the other day, like a whole jug of it, like it was like green tea, soy milk, vanilla chai, a couple other things. It was really good. I liked it, but I didn't realize that had soy milk in it when I didn't look at the ingredients when I bought it, and my body reacted to it terribly. It felt so bad. So for everyone's safety out there, just be careful of what you're eating because you never know how you're gonna react to it. At least from my example, I had no idea that I was allergic to soy milk because I'd had soy milk before and I never reacted to it. So something changed. Don't know what. I couldn't do the science on that, but something changed. So I would just say be careful.
You said green tea, and that made me think of this bomb ass tea I had today. Shout out Gongcha Tea. I think that's the name.
I've
of it.
seen the place. It looks good.
Gongcha Tea today. Such a great place. Cool name. The people there that work there are so nice, and the tea I had was really good. I had this milk foam green tea stuff. It was really good. I was gonna get a mango smoothie, but then I decided to get the green tea. Just wasn't feeling the smoothie. But next time I go there, you know what I'm getting.
I'm on the website
smoothie.
right now. It looks pretty valid. Yeah,
It-
I
it-
might have to get something.
It's legit.
I might have to get something.
Also, that reminds me, this place Yoga Fresh. I think it's on Harford Road, or it's on something.
I've been there. It's
It's
amazing.
really good. Really good food, really good smoothies there. I heard they have great yoga bowls, acai bowls, really great stuff there. Yoga Fresh and Gongcha Tea.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about surrounding yourself with good friends, food, friends, role models.
The 3 Fs: food, friends, and felines. So like dogs. Feline is a dog, I think.
I'll look it up.
Look up feline.
Feline.
I think that's Latin for dog or something.
Feline is relating or affecting cats or other members of the cat family.
Oh, cats. Well, my favorite animal is a lion, so cats.
That is in the cat family.
Felines. I thought it was a dog for some reason. Anyways, cat. The 3 Fs. Felines, food, friends. No. Okay. Another F that would make sense. Food, friends, and family. The 4 Fs.
Yeah. So I think it's all about just surrounding yourself with good people, good friends, good anything. I mean, energies, because crystals and stuff have different energies. So even that.
Check out the Turning Wheel on Bel Air Road in Parkville, Maryland. They got some great crystals there.
Turning Wheel.
It's called the Turning Wheel. It's a New Age bookstore.
I thought it was called the New Age bookstore.
No, it's called the Turning Wheel.
Okay, the
It
Turning
is a
Wheel.
New Age bookstore. I'm just shouting out everybody here. You're lucky. You're lucky. I might put these links down below.
Should put my Instagram down below. But going on.
I'm tagging you in my Instagram post. By the way, I should put my Instagram in the bio so y'all can go follow me and like that stuff up. Anyways, enough about me. I don't like talking about myself here. I don't like seeming narcissistic. We're self-centered. I want it to be about the guest.
You're saying you want it to be about me.
Yeah, like you're the guest. I want to talk to you. Like I don't. I'm like, oh, I need to put this in there. I'm like,
bet.
it's for the podcast, but at the same time, it's like I'm talking about me because I'm the one running it.
I'm gonna be real here. I feel like I'm in the studio. We got this whole setup and stuff.
We are in the
I feel
studio.
like no,
man.
like I feel like I'm in a whole studio.
This is a studio. I really want to get a place. I can just like make it this really dope, cool place, and make it into the place where I do podcasts and run the business that I got here.
Yeah, the studio's lit here. I mean, even right here, this thing's lit.
Just running it out of my room, and back in the basement type stuff,
Yeah.
It's a really cool place we got here, though.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I like it. I feel like you're doing well with what you have.
Yeah. You make the most out of what you got, because you never know when it could all leave you. So
You never know. Tomorrow is never promised.
No, nobody said you're going to have tomorrow. And if they did, they didn't say I promise you're going to have tomorrow.
So, yeah, you just got to make, like I was saying earlier, you got to make the best of, like, yourself and everything that's going on. Because tomorrow is never promised.
You never know when it could all leave you. It's gone, just like that.
I mean, yeah. So you said you want to be all about me, right?
I was just saying, like, I want to talk to the guest. I don't want to talk about myself and how I don't want to do that. I just want to have a conversation with the guest.
See, I wish I've had a lot of life experiences, but I feel like I wish I had more, cause I don't have good stories to talk about on here.
They'll come. I mean, the experiences will come, for sure. Yeah. As you grow and you get older, stories and experiences.
I got a question for you, right?
Yeah. What's up?
If you were gonna be stranded on an island for a couple months,
yeah,
3 people that you would take with you, can be anyone, dead or alive.
You can't put me in that position. 3 people.
Just did.
3
people.
3 people, dead or alive. Can there be fictional characters?
Let's do one with fictional characters that can have fictional characters, and then one that you can't have fictional characters.
See, that's really hard because everybody listening to this, I'm super close with, and I don't want to offend anybody because everybody's like, pick me, pick me, pick me.
Well, you just told everyone that they're not going to be offended. So, you go.
If I had to choose 3 people to bring with me, I would choose my older brother Christopher. I would choose I don't know. I don't think I would choose you.
Wow, okay.
I might
Alright, continue.
I'd probably take Ben and I would probably take my grandfather.
Okay. Those are some good choices.
Yeah.
Shout out to grandfather, Ben, and Christopher.
Poppy. That's what we call him. And he was on my last episode, episode 8. We talked about some great things there.
What's your fictional characters now?
Fictional characters. I would take the guy from what's that one book?
What's that one book? Man, tells me a lot.
I think it's like Maze Runner.
The Maze Runner, yeah.
Yeah, the guy from there.
Okay.
The guy from the book The Hatchet.
Okay.
And after that, I would probably take probably Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear, good picks. There's some good picks. I respect them.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not in there, I still respect it.
What about you? What fictional characters and real people?
Okay, so real people. I would take. I feel like I gotta take someone pretty smart with me on there. like actually on the island, like a real person.
Yeah.
Um,
I chose all people I knew personally. If I didn't, if they weren't people I knew personally, it would probably be Teddy Roosevelt because he was a real nature guy. Um, then I might take who else? Who else?
hold on. All right,
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna take Albert Einstein. Okay, hear me out.
Albert Einstein's not doing jack shit on the island.
I'm
What is Einstein gonna do?
I'm gonna take Albert Einstein. I'm
I-
gonna take The Rock.
The Rock.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take what's his name? Hold on, let me think on this last one real quick. Okay.
All right. So people I don't know personally: Teddy Roosevelt.
Wait, can I redo this? Can I redo
Sure.
it?
I would take Teddy Roosevelt, Nikola Tesla, and who else would I take? Maybe I would take some like a fighter. Maybe I don't know, somebody like I don't know. That's hard. Maybe like Brock Lesnar
That's a good pick.
or uh, Ronda Rousey.
Oh.
Somebody who can really kick ass if I'm in a survival situation and I get into a fight.
What about Ryu?
Ryu.
Yeah, from Street Fighter. Hadouken. That's his movie.
That's
He
a
does the
fictional
thing.
character.
Yeah.
I chose all real people that I didn't
I
know.
think, okay, here's gonna be mine.
Alright.
If I got 3 people, I'm gonna take Osama bin Laden. Okay?
Why would you take him?
I'm gonna
What's
take
he
him.
gonna do? What is Osama
I
bin
don't
Laden
know.
gonna do?
I feel like he's pretty smart.
By the way, fun fact for you guys: Osama bin Laden worked for the CIA in the United States.
I feel like he reshaped how we live in the 21st century, to be honest.
Okay, but what's Osama bin Laden gonna do if you're stranded on an island?
I don't know, dude.
Please
Get us off.
Please
Get
tell.
us off.
How is he gonna get us off?
He knows how to get away from people. He'll get us off.
Oh,
He'll get us
okay.
off.
So Osama bin Laden.
Yep. I'm gonna take Mark Zuckerberg.
What the hell? Mark Zuckerberg isn't gonna do anything on
Good
the island.
entrepreneur. We're gonna swim to another island with a bunch of tribes. We're gonna
What?
get money from them. Yeah, he's a good.
Mark Zucker. What is Zuckerberg gonna do?
He was the. Do you know what he did?
What did he do?
He was the co-founder of Facebook, right?
Yeah.
He's
also
good.
done some really evil shit.
Okay, he's a good philanthropist or whatever.
No,
it's
he's
called.
not.
Yeah, he is.
That's a bunch of lies.
That's what he's known for doing.
He's also known for like raping children and
Is he now?
taking part in real satanic rituals.
Well, he's not. He's not gonna rape me. Okay.
Okay. Anyways, moving on from that.
I don't always associate
So
with this.
Osama bin Laden, Mark Zuckerberg. I can't wait to hear this third one. Who is it?
Tony Blair,
Who is that?
the British Prime Minister.
Wow. What is that? What is that list, man?
He has to be pretty smart. He won 3 consecutive elections.
Okay, those are people you don't know. Give me fictional characters.
Ryu.
Ryu.
Yep.
Okay.
Hadouken. Love
Okay.
him.
Hadouken.
Hadouken. That should be. I feel like that should be my new saying. Hadouken.
That's not your saying though. You're stealing it. From
No, I'm gonna
Ryu.
No, cause I'll communicate with him and he'll be like, oh yeah, bro, you can take that. I'm gonna take Winnie the Pooh.
These are such terrible choices.
And I'm gonna take Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin's not going to do anything. Peter Griffin sat there on his
I'm messing.
on his lawn, rocking
I'm
back
messing.
and forth
I'm gonna take Ash.
from Pokemon.
Yeah, Ash Ketchup. Or whatever his name is. Ash. I'm gonna take Ash. He's gonna bring all those different animals and like...
Those are
they're gonna know how to get us
the
off
worst
that off.
picks ever.
No, I'm gonna take
worst
him.
picks ever. All right, now give me from people that you know personally.
I would be taking Gagey Poo.
Okay.
Gage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Who else? I'm gonna take Eddie Eddie Lasan. Shout out to Eddie.
Okay.
He knows what he's
if
doing.
he's watching this,
I don't know that he is, but
hit
shout
him up.
out to Eddie.
Hit him up and tell him to watch.
I've already posted on my story multiple times. Okay.
You hit him up personally.
Shout out to Eddie.
Okay, Eddie.
And I would take. I'd take either Christopher or my Uncle Teddy.
Uncle Teddy's an underrated pick.
That's what I'm saying.
Uncle
Shout out
Teddy-
to Teddy.
Teddy is so underrated. I feel like people underestimate him all the time. That dude is tough as nails.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even Poppy Spearhands couldn't beat him.
Yeah.
But yeah, those would be my picks. Amazing picks.
Those are the worst. Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
I chose realistic ones.
I'm gonna take Goofy, Donald Duck, and Mickey Mouse.
No, hell no.
I'm gonna take Green Lantern.
I took people with survival skills, people who've been through stuff. If I'm taking Brock Lesnar to the island, I get in a fight. Nobody's beating Brock Lesnar, right?
Me. I'm beating him.
If I take
I'm just gonna grab his nipples, twist them.
if
Okay?
I take Christopher to the island, that dude's super in tune with nature, right?
Yeah.
If I take Poppy to the island, this dude's in his 70s. He's smart AF, right?
I'm just gonna take Mother Nature
If
herself.
I take Buzz Lightyear, nobody's messing with Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear is above him. He's above and beyond, right?
I'm gonna take what's his name? I don't know, dude. But like my picks, obviously good.
Your picks sucked. Those were terrible picks. If I take Teddy Roosevelt, who is
No, you know who I'm
avid
gonna take.
adventurous,
You know who I'm gonna take?
Who?
Best picks in the game for surviving.
Who?
I'm gonna take the boy and the girl from the Magic Treehouse series. They know how to survive. Best picks right there. Okay? If you've never read Magic Treehouse, that's a younger kid series. Amazing books. Okay?
Okay, so if you had to create like a crime organization, right? A crime organization.
Yeah.
And you had to choose let's say 5 people to create the crime organization with you. Who are you taking?
Okay. Deadpool's gonna be my assassin.
Okay, Deadpool.
Let's see.
That's one.
Let's see. I'm gonna take.
I love playing these games with people. It's just like create your own adventure, having fun.
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Okay, so I'm gonna take Deadpool.
Yeah.
This
This is a draft. I
I'm
can't
gonna-
take the same people as you.
Okay, I'm gonna take Al Capone.
Al Capone.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Frank Costello.
Frank Costello. He was
Italian.
He was part of the mob, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Carl Gambino.
Who is that?
Or Carlo. He's another Italian.
All right, Carl.
Numbers.
Gambino.
And I'm gonna take John Gotti.
John Gotti. Okay. All right. Here's my 5. I'm taking the Joker. Joker,
Okay.
best villain of all time. I love the Joker. After the Joker, I'm going to take Genghis Khan.
Okay. Oh, so you just wanted to kill all the
Savage.
babies, don't you?
Savage.
What is this? Back in Moses time?
After
Okay.
Genghis Khan, I am going to take Hitler.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to take Hitler. I'm going to take.
Take Poppy. Poppy knows what he's doing.
I'm going to take his partner in crime, his scientist Joseph Mengele. So scratch Hitler, write in Joseph Mengele. I'm going to take the Undertaker, and I'm going to take Sid from Toy Story, the kid who tried to burn all the toys.
Okay. I think we need people's opinions on this.
All right, Carter has 3 mobsters, Al Capone, and
I have John Gotti.
all right, John Gotti.
Okay, so he was an American gangster and the boss of the Gambino crime family. If I have Carlo Gambino,
Okay.
who was part of the same family. He was another boss there.
Carl Gambino, John Gotti,
I have Frank Costello.
Frank Costello.
Who was part of the Lucino. I forgot how to say it. Crime family.
Right. Then you have Al Capone.
I have Al Capone, and I have Deadpool.
And then you have Deadpool. Okay. So those guys, and then I have Sid from Toy Story, the Joker, Genghis Khan, Joseph Mengele.
Who was he again?
He was a scientist for Hitler. So, and then who else did I pick?
I don't know.
I think that's it.
No, that's only 4. Because Hitler, Sid, the Joseph guy. And
Joseph Mengele, Sid from Toy Story, and I forget. Anyways, we're just messing around, having a good time.
So, you guys, if you want, you can tell me who has better gang.
I want to get your thoughts
Mafia.
on one more thing before we leave.
Okay, what's that?
What's this all about, man? What's the purpose? Why are we here? What led us to this moment, to be sitting here in these seats having a conversation, right? What do you think led us to this moment? Why are we here? What's the point? What's the meaning of life is what I'm asking you.
The meaning of life? Well, I couldn't tell you exactly how we were all created. The meaning of life, though, you want to live it to the fullest. You want to have a good time. You wanna, I don't know, dude. The meaning of life, it's complicated. I feel like it could be different for everyone.
Yeah, it's a wild question. I just wanted to get your thought. You know, what you're thinking, where your head's at right now. I don't know. It's a crazy question. Any last words for the audience before we end this thing?
Another thing I want to bring up. I need a new haircut. Okay.
I think I like your hair.
Right now, you like it like this? Right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Well, it's okay. But last words. Well, keep being you, everyone. Do what you think is most important, as long as you can have a good balance of things that not that necessarily aren't that important, but that have less significance to you and less importance. So, keep doing you. Do your thing. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and can't do, because that's not true. And just be smart. Don't get involved with my gang, because we all know it's the best. But yeah, that's what I got to say. Oh, and thank you for having me on today. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I think it was a great episode. Put your ego on the shelf and love yourself.
Yes, don't be too egotistical. Don't even if you're born that way, you gotta forget that way, because you can't always be egotistical. Because that's not gonna be good in the long run. Let's be honest here. It's not gonna be good. Even being cocky, that's not always gonna be good for you. Because that can lead into other troubling things. And
yeah, be confident, but don't be cocky.
Yeah.
All right.
Confidence is key.
Much love, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Love you. I will see you soon.